Her wounds will heal, but it's her voice that concerns me. Surely you understand what a terrible blow that would be to a Trobritz. Enough to strip her of the will to live.
Any remedy for that?
I fear only your friend Dandelion can be of help on that count. Take the ladder. This is the place. Come, the quicker we take care of this, the better.
Why? Got somewhere to be?
Someone might disturb us. The coroner, for example. Or Reverend Nathaniel Pastodi. Very well. We seek the corpse of a dwarven woodcarver.
That's gotta be him.
This one's a she. Remember, beards are no indicator of gender amongst dwarves.
A dwarf, but the hands. Not a carpenter's. A banker's, more likely. Let's keep looking. Calluses on the fingers, sawdust.
Excellent. I trust you don't grow weak in the...
Not a bit.
Where?
Let's look at his head. Hair smells.
Notice anything else? That his eyes have been...
Those burn marks
Yes, and some grey dust. Ash.
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put
So it seems. Looking at the wounds, it appears our woodcarver was...
Let's examine the mouth.
just like Priscilla's.
See this? Incision made into the
Indeed, so thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp instrument.
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling. The murderer...
Let's look at it.
Noted.
Let's examine his...
What have we here? Deep wound.
Let's examine the chest wound. Yeah.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
An egg from an amphibian. A salamander? Scorched but intact.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. Afraid I don't recall any amphibians that would lay eggs in corpses. So either...
Look at the scar. Wounds long and thin.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises. An old injury, perhaps.
Open the abdominal
Due warning, it would...
Once fought a Zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I doubt... Wait. Smells not rot.
Formaldehyde. A medical novelty. Heavily diluted, it's remarkable at preserving organic tissue in...
Explains why there's no smell of decay. Look at his hands. These whelp.
I'd expect so. No one could sit through such torture.
Speaking from experience.
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of Tretogor. Long story.
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore... See anything interesting?
His right foot. The ankle swollen. Toenails broken. He clearly kicked something very hard.
Doesn't strike me as the right time.
Apologies. We surgeon...
And a His genitals.
I sincerely doubt they bear any...
We'll see.
Syphilis, actually. Early stages. No...
Think there could be a connection?
Only as the killer's potential...
All right. Think I know enough.
Enlighten me, please. I've still no notion what this is.
It's some kind of sick ritual. You saw it.
A fire eternal.
It's a lead worth following.
Fabian Meyer. And I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy, but I see you've done it for me, Joachim. As always, you interfere where you're neither needed nor wanted.
A student. Lifelong learner.
Very well, speak. But be quick, Reverend...
You old friend.
Hubert taught me the rudiments of medicine.
And not very well. You've still not mastered certain basic principles. For example, that
You've not changed.
a compliment.
No, a statement of fact. 30 years.
Woodcarver's body.
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the market square. But the woodcarver, Eustace the corpse collector, brought us the body. You should speak to him. Saw him just around the corner and...
Who are these people? I believe I made it clear no one's to be allowed in under any...
You did, but they're friends of...
Out of the question.
As your reverence wishes.
Why do you cover for it?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then cut open a corpse without his permission, I'd be in... Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang. So, should I learn anything?
Thank.
Nathaniel.
A scoundrel. A rogue.
Most are scoundrels before they ever put on the...
True in his case as well. Before he donned the frock, Nathaniel was a torturer. Later, Hierarch Hemmelfart appointed him to oversee the morgue. He deals with the temple guard, supervises cremations, conducts funeral masses.
Might have told me you know the coroner.
I know him, thus I avoid him.
Don't aim to pre...
Thank you. I've nothing to hide. It's... What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, alley...
As do I. At the hospital. I must return there.
And I'll keep my...
Fortunately, Nathaniel had few questions. Any more might have meant trouble. Serious trouble.
Yeah. Politiker. What happened here?
Monsters must have run him down.
You Eustace, the corpse collector?
Aye? How'd you know?
Fourth sense, I think it is.
Fabian. Oh, yeah,
One of them?
sure have. Beggars, street urchins, and street walkers. One.
Some things are best left unsaid.
What do you mean? Reverend Nathaniel ordered them burned.
Shame? Why? Actually, never mind. Another thing. You search Phoebe.
Well, cost an eye in his pockets.
I call a spade. You rob corpses.
And I call a prick. It's none of your fucking concern.
Talk. What did you find on him?
I as you wish. Triflings, baubles, gloss-beaded wing, handful of coins, and a letter. Look, vellum, quality parchment, that.
That's human skin. Priscilla. Next victim's name. If you'd given this to the...
What the fuck do I care what happens to some Priscilla? Oi, fucking hell! What was that for?
For everything.
Another drifter in from Temeria.
Looking wobbly. Need some overripe sheep's feet.
So, how you go with this healer?
I was faffing about minding my own business when suddenly up he pops.
Anyone home?
Begone, or I'll sick me hounds on you.
Relax. I'm here about Fabian Mike.
That's altogether different. Sit, you stupid mutts, lie down.
Charming as beasts go.
You daft? Even I'm scared of them. A better barking dog than an evil man at you.
Got someone particular?
Sure as shite. Bugger who did Fabian in. As soon as they'd hauled his corpse off, I ran to a mate who raised his fighting dogs. Bought these two mutts. Cost me a chunk of change.
So who might you be?
The Stiff's brother. Gus is the name. We ran a workshop together.
What'll it be now? Just Meyer?
Name it. I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shack, I'll head on to Mahakam. Be near my family, or what's left of it. So, what do you want to...
Tell me what you know about...
It was like this. Had some work in Oxenford, and I was coming home. Saw a plume of smoke rising over the city. See the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gathered round the blaze, and found Fabian here beside it. They'd already loaded him on the
Talk to your neighbors.
claimed not to. But even if they had, they'd not have helped. In Novigrad, folk give bleeding orphans in the street a wide berth so as not to stain their poor lanes. They...
Your brother have any enemies? Anyone dislike?
Twas... Oh, he were a good dwarf. Craftsman like no other. But he were an incorrigible whoremonger as well. Whenever we put a bit of coin aside, I'd say, let's buy some tools, quality timber. No, he grabbed the purse, took to following one in particular. He'd say, "'Tis all your fault, dirty bitch, human dish rag," and other obscenities. Don't rightly know what that was about. Maybe
Know where I can find her? This...
city cemetery. She died a few days back, quietly in her sleep. Her pop...
Fine. Need to look around.
Be my guest.
Bloodstains.
That's where Fabian lay when they found him.
Murderer dragged something heavy. Dragged something across the floor. Statues. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly. Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones. Winds howling. Mind if I go inside?
I've not even peeked inside since they've...
More bloodstains, but not near enough to say he bled to death. Unless... formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it. Furniture got knocked over. This looks like it was kicked. Eyes. Humanoid. Completely rotten. Nothing here.
Aye.
Had a look at your sculptures.
And? Lifelike, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. The women especially. Never seen a bust that's...
Oh, aye. Fabian's handiwork. I told him, brother, tits like that would crush her back. Whittle him down. He said, nay, they'd sell better this way. Told me to shut me trap. And sell they did. Till one sermon at the temple, and the celebrating reverend said that whoso buys idols from the non-human Myers sin.
Already know what happened. Fabian was in the workshop. Murderer attacked him there.
I needn't know the details. Truth be told...
When it was over, the murderer dragged Fabian to the courtyard, then made a...
But why?
To teach a lesson. Fine. Won't learn anything else here.
Walking about all door-faced, scaring decent folk.
Oi, Witcher! Coroner once told me to say the main door will be open
What do you want?
Hey, handsome.
I know that smell. Formaldehyde. A brazier.
Sis,
This time of year?
that him.
How am I to know? Watch him, see what he does.
I'll rip your mag off. Fucking come on! Son of a whore! You're carrion! That's it. Gotta get around him. Back of me, back!
Think you'll gut me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant! Hoes can fight back!
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you.
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime? Me and my...
I know. Here to look for clues and find any...
Fear I can't help you much. But I can tell you...
You and Priscilla friends?
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid whore in me. Treated me with respect. It mattered. I was looking to give up whoring, pick up a decent trade, but none would take me. Not as a washerwoman, nor a servant, nor a cook. Felt like a leper, I did. Agreed to put me in her play, you see. Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fire. Whistling Wendy on stage, can you imagine it? Well, dream's gone now.
Sorry to hear that.
You could do worse as work goes.
Priscilla wasn't the sole victim.
Oh, dearie. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like this before. Beggars, street girls, orphans. But
Recall any names?
they didn't have proper ones. Baldy, curly, buns. That's what folk called them. No friends.
Take care now. I gotta look around some...
Naturally, we'll stand aside, behave. But
Oh, my head's ringing.
Man's footprint. The murderer's maybe. Weight on his heel. Took a step back. Human. Priscilla's. Murderer fled before the guards arrived. Ran this way. Trail ends here. Strange. Even I couldn't jump this wall.
Got a problem?
so,
Think I know what happened here. Priscilla fought back. Her assailant retreated. Someone must have heard it. Maybe saw something. Started hollering. Guards showed up. Murderer didn't finish.
you divined all this from a pile of rubbish and a few prints?
Do that practically every day in my profession.
True enough. Just like I can tell right off if a punt'll pay or try to wriggle out of it.
That particular skill I could use myself. Take care now. And I got a murderer.
What do you want?
The Doppler's salvation. Your performance.
Freak! Hellraiser! So, how you go with this evening?
I was puffing a bit out my
Tough
own business
times.
when suddenly...
Tough indeed.
Welcome, Master Witcher.
Geralt, right? I'm glad you're here. Held off on the autopsy.
Nice of you. Especially given you didn't seem pleased about my...
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with. Our spiritual caretaker has left the city on some important matter, and I know who you are.
By the way, you...
I had him sent to prison. You see, Joachim let... People were dying, Witcher. Those who rejected liberty, equality, and fraternity would be found in the gutter come morning. Their throats slit from ear to ear with surgical Joachim had been my favorite student, but alas, I had to do something. So I reported him. Then I left the university and found work in the morgue, whereas Joachim, oh, fate's ironies. Years later, he was appointed...
How old's Von?
53, I believe. Why do you ask?
You look a little young.
Not surprising. For years, I've lived in the cold and dark, breathing the vapors of embalming fluids. In short, working with corpses extends one...
Who's the victim this time?
Joris Aquinas, a lecturer in theology at Oxenfurt.
Any titles in particular?
It seems all the tomes dealt with the eternal fire. Treaties critical of the faith's...
Yeah, more... Not fond of...
Very few people. He's cruel and capricious. He stormed in here once, grabbed a scalpel I was sterilizing over a burner, sliced my back with it to the bone, because I had forgotten. Hard to be fond of someone like that, wouldn't you agree?
Let's start.
Gladly. The wounds conform to the killer's modus operandi. The victim was bound and... Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in the sockets, then opened the rib cage and...
A message from the murderer. The name of... Patricia Vegelbud.
Do you know her?
Yes. You gotta find her, now.
I'm coming, Your Majesty.
Till next time, Master.
Must have broken many a heart, eh, Dandy?
Power of the eternal fire. No bread, no coin, all is shite.
Father of all.
What do you want?
Need to talk to Patricia Vegelbud.
You think any bum of...
Her life's in danger.
If you thought this up, and I'll let you in, I'll throw my arse out the...
Always thought a guard was supposed to protect his charge.
So be it. I'll take you...
Nee, Mum.
Oh, Geralt, what a pleasant surprise.
Not pleasant at all. I gotta see your mother. Her life's in danger.
In danger? Come now, I saw Mother this morning. She seems...
I'm hunting a serial killer, and I've got reason to believe...
Why, even if it's true...
He's exceptionally cruel when he kills. Tortures his victim. So let's see how she is. Just in...
I find this all very hard to believe. Please, follow me.
A fire fit for Bellatane, except it's the wrong time of year.
I mentioned Mother seemed sad. Do you remember? In fact, she's in the midst of a crisis of faith. A rather serious one. We'd been to Novigrad. Mother had seen the pyres in Hierarch Square, uttered not a word on our way home. She had all the holy books, insignias, reliquaries gathered, taken outside and burnt. Then she locked herself in her room.
We need to hurry.
Greetings.
Well, greetings to you too.
brushed your hair lately?
You know, Mr. May.
Hear that? Calm and quiet.
We should go in.
You're relentless, aren't you? Fine. But wait here, please.
He ran out the other door! Catch him!
Spread out! Murderer's still here! There he is! Get him! Die, mutants!
Oh, for fuck's sake. Fuck. You.
Halt! Or I'll put a bolt between your eyes!
Listen, you got the wrong guy.
Save your trickery!
Well,
We got him, Lady Ingrid!
Lower that crossbow before you hurt yourself. This...
Forgive me. I saw him running. Thought it was...
I was chasing him, and I'd have caught him if you hadn't gotten in my way.
Out of my sight, at once! Mother! Why...
Because she blasphemed the eternal fire. Only thing that ties her to... Ingrid, I know this is a hard time for you, but usually the kill...
Very well. But you should be on your own. I do not wish to... And... let her be...
Bruises, broken fingernails. She defended herself. Must be why it took him longer. Here it is. Sweet Nettie, crippled Kate's. Growing bolder. Won't get away this time. Same wounds as the previous victims. Examination would be a waste of time. Gotta get to crippled Kate's, fast. Another empty formaldehyde bottle. Looks like rain.
Ooh.
Just hope it don't come down